Coronation Street star Julia Goulding has hinted at explosive drama ahead for the Platt clan following Shona's shocking pregnancy twist. In Monday's installment, David Platt was thrown into turmoil after stumbling across a positive pregnancy test discarded in his rubbish bin. Believing one of his neighbors was expecting, he suspected Carla Connor or Lisa Swain, who had recently been using his bins. As David chatted with Sarah, she raised the possibility that the test might actually belong to his young daughter Lily after her complaints of stomach pains earlier that day. Thankfully for the panicked dad, Shona later confessed that she was the one carrying a baby. But could the newest Platt spark peace in the household or trigger more upheaval? Speaking to Digital Spy at the National Television Awards, Goulding expressed her enthusiasm for Shona's latest plotline and teased a major obstacle on the horizon for the family. "Honestly, it feels like I've been pregnant for the past 5 years with my own 2 children, but I'm genuinely thrilled. There's plenty of drama lined up," she explained. "Of course, I can't reveal much about what's to come. If anything even does unfold, who can say? Still, I'm really looking forward to exploring this next stage as Shona and David navigate it together." The actress admitted that David and Shona are overdue some happier times, especially after months of turmoil that included Shona's fling with Kit Green, the Platt home going up in flames, Gail walking away from Weatherfield, and David's stepson Max ending up behind bars. "It does feel like they deserve a break," Goulding admitted, before joking, "but where would the entertainment be in that?" Elsewhere, while Carla and Lisa aren't caught up in a baby bombshell, the newly engaged couple will face their own turmoil following the shock return of Lisa's wife, Becky Swain. Believed to be dead, Becky stunned viewers when she reappeared in Monday's episode, but how will her comeback affect Swarla's future? Petrified Coronation Street legend rushed into surgery. The shocking hit-and-run involving Tyrone will spark even more fallout on Coronation Street next week, as a frightening new symptom leads to him undergoing major surgery. Unlucky Ty found himself caught in the crossfire when Dylan Wilson and Brody Michaelis pinched a car for Carl Webster's dodgy vehicle theft scheme. Spotting Betsy Swain in their path, the boys swerved at the last moment, only to smash straight into Tyrone instead. Emergency crews rushed to the scene, quickly whisking him to hospital, while Carla Connor was left to deliver the heartbreaking news to his shaken wife, Fizz. When Tyrone regains consciousness, he's visibly distressed and immediately insists that Fizz call for a doctor. Discussing Tyrone's condition as he regains consciousness, Alan explained, "When he wakes up, he's in obvious agony and quickly realizes something is very wrong. He can't feel his legs. There's overwhelming panic, confusion about how this has happened, and sheer terror." Speaking about Tyrone's immediate worries, Alan continued, "At first, the big fear is that he may never stand again. That dread isn't just his own. Fizz, the kids, his mum, and his gran are all petrified too." With the uncertainty of whether Tyrone will ever walk again, the family are left shaken, though he's aware they'll pull together and face whatever comes next. When doctors break the news that urgent surgery is required, Tyrone is left understandably horrified. Reflecting on the preparation for the storyline, Alan praised the soap's efforts. Coronation Street is excellent when it comes to research. The reality with spinal injuries is that no 2 cases are ever the same. They affect every individual differently. Alan explained, "When I speak with the medical experts on set, I'm asking things like, how much movement should I have in my shoulders? How far can I turn my head?" The truth is, everyone responds to surgery differently, so there isn't a fixed recovery timeline. That actually works for us because it means we don't need to pin down specifics, which could be tricky. He added, "It's also important to remember that there are viewers at home who have genuinely gone through this. The show's charity partners are helping us meet someone who has lived with the same experience, and that insight will be invaluable." After Tyrone's operation, Fizz makes a call back home, but what update will she give the waiting family? Coronation Street star rules out Asha and Nina romantic reunion. Here's why. The trust is gone. Coronation Street's Tanisha Gorey has lifted the lid on why she doesn't want her character Asha Alahan to ever rekindle her romance with Nina Lucas, despite fan calls for a reunion. Asha and Nina's relationship first blossomed back in 2021, and the pair quickly became one of Weatherfield's most talked-about young couples. Viewers loved their contrasting personalities and the way they brought out the best in one another. But sadly, their time together was cut short a couple of years later, after Nina betrayed Asha's trust by kissing her twin brother, Adi. Since their dramatic split, the two have managed to rebuild a strong and supportive friendship, showing maturity beyond their years. However, according to Tanisha, fans hoping for a romantic reunion may be left disappointed, as the actress doesn't see her alter ego forgiving that betrayal. Speaking exclusively to Inside Soap, Tanisha admitted that while she loved playing the romance, she feels it wouldn't be right for them to get back together. I really enjoyed how different Asha and Nina were as characters, yet they shared such a deep affection for one another, she explained. But speaking as Tanisha, since Nina betrayed her with Adi, I wouldn't want them reunited. It's a matter of principle. The trust simply isn't there anymore. That said, I do love their friendship, and viewers will see Nina continue to support Asha moving forward. And Asha certainly needs that support, as her life has taken a much darker turn in recent months. Having thrown herself into training as a paramedic, Asha was recently left traumatized when she was assaulted by a patient during a harrowing shift. The shocking attack left her shaken to the core, and in the aftermath, she even suffered a panic attack. Yet, true to her character, she has largely kept her ordeal private, trying to carry on without worrying her loved ones. As if that wasn't enough for the teenager to cope with, Asha is also struggling with the absence of her closest ally, her twin brother Adi. In emotional scenes, Adi decided to leave Weatherfield behind and head to India to carve out a fresh start for himself, leaving Asha to face her troubles without the comfort of having him nearby. Tanisha admitted that this change will hit Asha particularly hard. It's heartbreaking because they're not just brother and sister, they're twins, she told us. They've always been a double act, stirring up chaos together. Asha is really going to feel the absence of knowing he's just at home or nearby at work. Instead, he's on the other side of the world. But I did like that before his exit, we got to see how much love there is between them. With Adi gone, Nina remaining a friend rather than a partner, and her career already testing her resilience, Asha faces one of the toughest chapters of her life so far. But as Tanisha hints, this is only the beginning of her latest journey, and it's one that could bring both heartbreak and growth for the character. Coronation Street continues every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. on ITV1, with episodes available to stream on ITVX.